Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. And in this video we'll be going over simple algebraic expressions, and the first one we'll be doing is something called one-step equations. Alright, so the first equation I'll be giving you is x plus 7 equals 12. Now the main goal of this equation is to solve for x. So we don't know what x is, and I'll be showing you a way you can find x very easily. So the first thing you want to do is isolate the variable, and how we're going to do that is getting rid of these numbers over here. So for in this case it's plus 7. So how we're going to do this is we're going to look at the symbol right here, and we notice that it's adding. So the opposite of adding is always going to be subtracting. And if we do it on this side of the equal symbol, we have to do it on this side as well. So what we do is we have -7 on here too, and these cancel out. And so what we're left here is x equals, and whatever the product of this side is. So 12 minus 7 is 5. So x equals 5. And we can always double check by plugging in this with the original one. So 5 plus 7, that equals 12. So that checks out. Another example, let's try y minus 4 equals 9. We can use any letter here, it doesn't really matter. The letters are used to explain that there is a number there we do not know the value of, and this is the point of these equations. So first we have to isolate the variable, so we got to get rid of this 4. So the opposite of subtracting is adding. So we add 4 right here, and because we added 4 on this side of the equal sign, we have to add 4 onto this one too. So these cancel out, and so y equals 9 plus 4, so that is 13. So y equals 13, and we can always check that by plugging in 13 into the place of y, and that does check out. So this one is right. You might come across something like this. It's when a number is right next to a variable and there's no symbol between them, and this means that z is getting multiplied by 3. And to isolate the variable here, the opposite of multiplication is going to be division. So what we're going to do is 3z divided by 3, and that's the opposite of multiplication, division. And these cancel out, and whatever we do on this side of the equal sign, we must do it here. And so z equals whatever this is. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. And we can always plug that in. So for example, 3 times 5, as you can see, this is just a multiplication. This is a way to express multiplication. And 3 times 5 does equal to 15, so we did that right. I'll give you one more. So w over 5 equals 6. This might seem intimidating, but it's actually really simple. So what this tells us is w is being divided by 5. And the opposite of division is always multiplication. And in order to isolate w, which is our main goal here, we must multiply. So times 5 on top over here, that's how you show your work. And I've had teachers who don't accept this, so just to play it safe, you always put it on top, and so they cancel out. And whatever you do on this side, you must do it to this side. So you must multiply by 5 over here. You show you did it. You bring this down. And then you show W equals whatever the product of this side is. So 6 times 5 is 30. So W in this case equals 30. And we can always plug that in by doing this. 3 over 5. And it checks out. 6 is right. So the main takeaway points are that in one-step equations, the most important thing is that you isolate the variable in all situations. And you can either do that by adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing according to the situation. And you can always fact check by plugging in the number you got into the variable spot to double check your work. I'll give you one more and we'll call it a day. So what is a minus 3 equals to 3? Pause your screen and try to figure that out. And I'll go over the answers in a minute. Alright, so if you've done it, I'll teach you how to do it just to see if you got it right. So first of all, we want to isolate this variable. So in order to isolate that, we need to add 8 because we need to isolate it. So whatever we do on this side, we must do this side. Cancel these out. And so A is a byproduct of whatever on this side. So you can say A equals 11. You can always, we should double check. So we plug in 11 where A should be, have 3, and does check out. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer everybody's question. Have a good day.